everyone, it's Dawn from Rising Dawn Yoga Studio, and I'm here today to start off for the month of March. We're going to be doing a series on Fridays of lives, and it's to bring awareness to different functionality in the body. So what we've been doing in my Yin Yoga practices in studio is, rather than focus on, say, tightness in the shoulders, relieving tension from the lower body, hip release. Sometimes we focus on energetic body, we talk about different chakras. But what we're doing for the month of March is we're getting into the functions of the body. So, for starters, Yin Yoga is actually a therapeutic style of yoga, and it is based off of the principles of Chinese medicine. So in traditional Chinese medicine, they use what's called energy meridians. Now, you've probably heard of these. They're targeted in acupuncture and acupressure massage. So what happens in Yin Yoga is, rather than target them with a needle or a pressure point massage, we actually target them through the traditional yoga pose. So in Yin Yoga, there are 25 poses that are combined with these principles of Chinese medicine to target these energy meridians. Now, energy meridians are different than energy chakras. Chakras are energy centers that encompass a region of the body. When we're talking about energy meridians in traditional Chinese medicine, we're talking about meridians that correlate to different bodily functions, systems, and organs. So for instance, we have our kidney meridian, our heart and lung meridian, but this week our focus in Yin was all about digestion. So that's what we're here to talk about today, digestive health through a Yin Yoga practice. But also I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Ayurvedic side, the sister science to yoga, which has to do with all the holistic wellness, herbs and nutritional ways to eat that can help support your digestive tract into a very healthy atmosphere for good gut bacteria, and of course boost your immune system. So let's talk a little bit about these energy meridians first. So in Yin Yoga, when we target meridians for digestion, we're looking at four main ones. So we're looking at the stomach meridian, we're looking at the spleen meridian, and we're also looking at the large intestine and the small intestine. So the stomach meridian is what we would call a yang meridian. There is a yin-yang approach to this. So a lot of people get puzzled by the fact that the spleen meridian is in there, being that the spleen is an organ that's traditionally, right, in Western medicine, part of the lymphatic system. So actually, the spleen in Chinese medicine is the yin to the yang of the stomach meridian. So that's why that one is there. So let's talk a little bit about your stomach meridian. Where is it? A lot of people want to know, where are these meridians? So your stomach meridian actually begins on either side of the nose. It travels down through the face, through the head and neck, through the torso, all the way down the fronts of the legs. So when we are in our yin poses, we're looking to get a passive stretch to those areas that would affect that particular meridian, the stomach meridian. Now, I wanted to share with you 2 acupressure points that you could do at home to help alleviate any digestive issues that you could be having. So we'll get to that in a minute. Let me continue on with the other meridians. So let's talk about our spleen meridian. The spleen meridian actually starts down by the big toe. It starts down by the big toe and then runs along the inside of the leg here, all the way up through the torso and ends somewhere around your armpit area. The next meridian we're going to talk about is the large intestine. Now, it might be puzzling to some of you, but the large intestine actually starts right on the outer side of your index finger. It actually runs all the way up the arm, through the front of the arm, through the shoulder, head and neck, and ends somewhere about your cheek area. Your small intestine is an interesting meridian because it's on the opposite side of the hand. It actually runs on the outer portion of the pinky and then comes all the way the underside of the arm, through the shoulder, through the armpit, and ends somewhere up by your head and neck area. So these meridians have different points on them, and the points correlate to different sometimes emotions or digestive symptoms. So when you went to, say, an acupuncturist and you told them that you were dealing a lot with bloating and gas, then they would say, oh, okay, we're going to hit that point with the needle, and that would be your stomach 36 point. So we can do this in an acupressure massage for you. You can do it for yourself, and that would help alleviate any bloating or gas that you might be having at that particular moment. So where is this wonderful stomach 36 meridian? It's actually located, I'm going to stand up for a second so you can see. I'll just tip this down a little bit. So what I want you to do is, if you're watching this, take your index finger and put it on the top of your kneecap, right on the top center there. And then you're going to slide that over to the outer portion of your knee, and then you're going to put 3 fingers down. So from here, you're going to go right underneath that 3rd finger, and you're going to find a point here which has a little bit of a depression by the muscle, and it might even be a little tender. And if it is, then you definitely want to work with this point. So in acupressure massage, what you want to do is apply pressure and maybe move in like a circular motion for about 1 to 2 minutes. So again, if you have any type of bloating going on, if you have gas going on, gas retention, that's the point that you want to hit. You want to massage it. Now, one of the other things that's traditionally done in Chinese medicine too is emotions are attached to certain meridians. So the stomach meridian is all about worry, and the stomach 36 point is a point that they would hit. If you are suffering with a lot of worry, ruminating thoughts and things like that about something going on, then you definitely want to get a hold of your stomach 36 point and start massaging that. So another interesting point that I thought I would like to teach you would be your large intestine 4. Large intestine 4 has to do with stagnancy in the bowel and anything like constipation. So when you find your large intestine 4 point, what you're doing is you're looking for this webbing that goes between your thumb and your index finger, right in here. And you want to grab onto that with your thumb and index finger of your alternate hand, and then you're just, again, applying pressure and massaging in a circular motion. Again, about 1 to 2 minutes. And this is a great spot to hit, like I said, if you're dealing with any kind of stagnancy, feeling backed up, right, and you just need to get things moving, this is a good point that you want to hit for that. Now, I wanted to take a moment to talk about some other things that can be helpful if you're going through any kind of digestive issue. So one thing that's really, and these are things that I should say, personally, I use. These are in my wheelhouse. Every day I am using them to maintain good digestive health. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is an Ayurvedic herb. And again, Ayurveda is a sister science to yoga, and it has been around for eons. And basically what we're talking about is using traditional herbs and eating a particular diet that correlates to your energy makeup and your frequency that you're in. But the traditional holistic approach of Ayurvedic medicine in herbal medicine is extremely useful for any type of person. So this is something called Triphala. I'll put it a little closer to the camera for you. And what Triphala is actually, it's an herbal medicine that's combined of like 3 different fruits. And what is wonderful about this for digestion, and one of the things, if you notice on the label, I know it says digestion and colon cleanse. This is not a laxative. This is not something like that. But taking it daily on a regular basis will keep you regular. So it's something that's not going to cause cramping or anything like that. It's not going to to stimulate your bowel to have to, immediately run to the bathroom, but it is definitely helpful for keeping you regular. So this is something that you really want to keep on hand and use every single day. It's 2 capsules a day. The things that are also helpful about using Triphala outside of the digestive tract is overall anti-inflammatory. It's an amazing anti-inflammatory. It strengthens your immune system because what it's doing in the digestive tract is reducing inflammation, but it's also creating an environment where the good gut bacteria can survive and thrive. So that's what we're looking for, of course, is to increase that good flora in the intestinal tract. So it's helpful for the immune system in that way. You know that your immune system begins in that digestive tract for yourself. So you want to make sure you're using something like this to really boost that good flora. But it also is helpful to rid toxins from the body. It does have a little bit of an effect on the liver that way. It helps cleanse. So ridding your body of toxins, of course, who doesn't want to do that? So Triphala is definitely your friend. I highly recommend it. I found this one on Amazon, but wherever you can find it, if that's suitable for you, you can get it directly from the company too, I'm sure. I'm not here to promote anything. I'm just telling you what is helpful and what works for me. So Triphala. So now, one of the other things that is interesting, and that I had this conversation recently with a lot of clients, and they talk to me about the fact that they love to drink their coffee first thing in the morning and the high caffeine to get them moving and boost energy, and also it keeps them regular, they tell me. So I'm not here to knock coffee. I love coffee myself. It's wonderful in moderation, but it's not something that I choose to do on a daily basis. However, there is something that is an alternative to coffee that I find absolutely delicious, and at the same time, it's also an Ayurvedic blend that is, again, so therapeutic and helpful to keeping the digestive tract on track and keeping it healthy. So this is something I use as a coffee alternative, and it's called Dandelion Chicory Coffee Alternative by Delight Teas, and it's an Ayurvedic herbal blend, as you can see. So what I do with this is I actually brew it in my French press. I use it, just put about 4 teaspoons in, and then fill it up with water, and it gives you all the instructions on the back. But what's wonderful about this is it tastes delicious. For energy, I do add something to it because there's no caffeine in this. So I'm going to get to that in a minute, actually, what I add to it to boost energy in a very natural and healthy way. But I wanted to talk to you about some of the ingredients here. So dandelion. Dandelion is amazing for the liver. It's amazing for the gallbladder. It clears toxins. It helps those organs function the way that they're meant to, right? They're your big filters. They're filtering things out. It's increasing bile production. So that's, coming out of the liver, of course, being stored in the gallbladder, helping you digest foods in an optimal way. And that's what we're looking for. It also helps regulate, dandelion helps regulate bowel movements. So again, we want to keep ourselves regular. This is your waste, program in your body, and it's just clearing out the stuff you don't need. That's what digestion's all about, absorbing the nutrients out of what you consume, what we need it for, and then just discarding what we don't need anymore, and then that's off to the wasteland. So one of the things also about dandelion that a lot of people don't realize is dandelion is an anti-inflammatory. So again, wonderful for the body, for anti-aging with your joints and so forth. It's going to keep that inflammation at bay. Dandelion is definitely your friend. The other thing is it does enhance the good gut bacteria again, so very friendly for the digestive tract. But there's something else here, chicory. So chicory is a root, and chicory root actually increases the flow of bile. So again, this is keeping the digestion juices flowing at an optimal rate and helping your digestive tract just run smoothly. And that's what you're looking for. You don't want things hanging around in there for too long. They can cause problems. They can cause inflammation, gas, bloating, all that discomfort. You know what that feels like and you don't want it. So chicory root is something that is so helpful and beneficial to that. It's also a rich antioxidant. A lot of people don't know that. Antioxidants, they think about all the other ones you always hear about, you know, blueberries, even a red wine, dark chocolate, right? It's a Friday night. A lot of people are running for that. But run for your chicory root in the morning, because I'm telling you, it is a wonderful antioxidant for your body as well. So now what's happening when I use this as a coffee alternative? I just said I do use it in the morning. I love it. It's delicious, but no caffeine. So I need my boost, right? That's what you're going to tell me. So there is something you can add to this, and you just put a few drops in your coffee mug of trace minerals. So trace minerals are fantastic for the body. They're good for hydration. They're good for energy. They're good for your pH balance. They're also wonderful for aiding in digestion. So again, all things to keep the body happy and healthy. But most important, again, we're talking today about digestive health. This is wonderful for digestive health. It has things like magnesium, your potassium, and so forth in it. But it will give you that little boost of energy that you're looking for. And rather than get it from a stimulant like caffeine, which is going to give you a little boost and then crash you, this is something your body is going to absorb, and it's going to keep you at a more optimal energetic level way longer than any cup of coffee ever would. So don't talk to me about your espresso. Go for your trace minerals and your dandelion chicory. So let's talk about something else that I like to add in to my morning cup of coffee alternative that is also very wonderful for the entire body. It's wonderful for the brain, but it's also great for your digestive health. And that is adding some MCT oil. So I'll put this one a little closer. And again, all these things you can find on Amazon, but you can also go directly to the website for the company, I'm sure, and get it too. I usually get mine off of Amazon, but the same thing with this. You can get this directly from the company too, and they do have other wonderful Ayurvedic blends of things to drink on there. But let's talk a little bit more about this, about the MCT oil. So it improves cognitive function. It is very, very beneficial for brain health. And there are even studies out there that are saying taking MCT oil on a regular basis is actually very helpful for reducing the risk of Alzheimer's. So I highly recommend something like this. Just adding a teaspoon to your coffee alternative in the morning is just, it does have a little bit of like a coconut, a hint of a coconut flavor, but it's nothing overpowering. I actually enjoy the flavor of it mixed in very, very much. But what's good about this is it actually, because it is an oil, so it is a lubricating factor in your intestines, it is keeping you moving smoothly through your digestive tract and keeping you regular with your bowels. So it's very therapeutic for that too. MCT oil has also been linked to weight management. So if you're somebody who is dieting and you're trying to maintain a certain weight, this is going to be helpful for that. Again, it gives you a boost of energy. So this combined with this, I'm 100% positive, because I feel it myself, you're going to have that energetic boost that you would normally get from the cup of coffee, and you're going to have it for a whole lot longer throughout your morning to last you. You're not going to have that crash when you're using things like this. So very, very helpful. I don't know if anybody out there is dealing with hormonal issues and imbalances. We're going to be doing a live on, I think it's the end of the month, because that last Saturday in the month, I think it's the 29th, I'll be doing an online yoga class for menopause and perimenopause symptoms. And it's something that I can speak to, been through it, ironically more than once, because I went through surgical menopause in my 30s when I had a hysterectomy after the birth of my son. I had major complications. But then all these years later, of course, giving away my age, you know, there I was, because I did keep my ovaries from my hysterectomy. So I actually, you know, I came into surgical menopause, and then they kicked back on, and I was great for a long time. And then boom, you know, life just happens and we age. And as women, we age into menopause, so yay us. And this is something that is helpful for regulating and balancing hormones. So very, very good. It's also why when we talk about weight management, MCT oil is helpful, because cortisol is your stress hormone, and that creates belly fat. If you're under high stress all the time, you're going to get that visceral belly fat right around the midsection, and it's just going to stay there, and it's not going to go away because your cortisol levels are imbalanced. So MCT oil, extremely helpful to help with weight management, to reduce those cortisol levels. So this is definitely your friend. But if anybody has any questions about digestive health, please go ahead and contact me. My website, again, risingdawnyogastudio.com. I have a chat box right on it'll pop up immediately, and you can just shoot me a question, ask anything. I will definitely get back to you. If I don't get back to you right away, my schedule is a little crazy sometimes, but you know, I do see everything that comes through, and I do answer all your questions. I promise you that. The other thing is, you can send me a message here on Instagram. You can reach me on Facebook, Messenger. And on my website, I also have listed my email address. So if you would prefer to just send an email, by all means, go ahead and reach out. I would love to talk to you. So I think that's going to wrap it up for our segment on digestive health. I hope that if you're interested in cardiovascular health, which is coming up next week, you can always come take a class with me. I teach Yin Yoga on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. at the Lake of the Woods Fitness Center. No, you do not need to be a member to attend my classes, so I would love to have you, and you can register through my website, risingdawnyogastudio.com. But we're going to be targeting cardiovascular health next week. So do you deal with blood pressure issues? That's a big one for a lot of people. Blood pressure, I can't speak. Blood pressure, cholesterol issues, anything like that. This will be the class for you next week. So we're saying farewell to digestive health. I hope you'll use some of these products that I talked to you about today, and I will definitely put a little in the comments below this video. I will put down the names and the brands of the products, so if you want to go searching for them on your own and buy them, again, wherever you choose. I'm not here to push sales for Amazon, but that just happens to be where I get it from. And please come join me next week for cardiovascular health. So if you can't make it to a yin class in studio Tuesdays and Thursdays 7 p.m., by all means, next Friday at around 4 p.m. we'll be doing our segment on cardiovascular health. So actually, I'm sorry, next Friday, it might actually be on Saturday that we're doing the live next week because of prior commitments for Friday evening. But yes, I will be here live again. I will post it so you'll know exactly when I'll be doing it, but I believe it'll be on Saturday next week, and we're going to talk all about cardiovascular health. How do we keep our heart healthy, our blood vessels healthy, and let's talk about some natural, holistic, Ayurvedic ways that we can support our cardiovascular system. All right, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Before you go, I just wanted to say we have our Restoring Hope retreat coming up on April 12th. I've been talking to you about that before. My dog is here. I think she wants to come say hi would you like to come up here and say hello to everybody? Come here, Molly. This is Molly. She's my love. She just turned 13. I can't believe it. But Molly also practices holistic health, and she's a wonderful meditation partner. So she knows how to keep those stress levels down, right, puppy? So anyway, I would love to see you guys come to the Restoring Hope Retreat. It's a one-day retreat we're having on April 12th. My partner Annette and I have put a wonderful day together at the Bridge Between the Worlds Retreat Center. And it's an absolutely gorgeous facility. You can follow us over at Restoring Hope Retreats on Instagram and also on Facebook. There's a link on my website, risingdawnyogastudio.com. Just go to the tab across where it says retreats, click on that, and you can read all about this wonderful retreat that we have coming up. And what's wonderful is we have it almost sold out, but there's one spot left. However, Annette and I have already said that if you want to bring a partner with you to the retreat, please, by all means, let us know, and we'll make sure that we can open up just one extra spot so we can allow you to come with your friend or your partner, whoever you want to bring. All right, so have a wonderful weekend, guys. Take care. So much love.